Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Nick. Let's continue our journeys. Episode 5 War. Leave! Go back to your land right now! You're right to be afraid, Abel. All of Montesia will descend upon you. We shall see about that. And who is this? I don't like his presence here one bit. Calmly, defend Adam. He's a guest who came to the palace to write about my father. Since when do you have so many foreign guests here? I'm ready to fight. I'll do anything to keep these lands. And as for the rest, they are my birthright. We both know you lose. But if you want to lead your people to certain death, that's your prerogative. Going to Montesia only made things worse. Maybe I should apologize and admit we went to town. And maybe that way, I'll keep them from going to war. We had no choice. It was the only way to try the receipt. Walter almost saw me with Magda in Montesia. I never thought he'd come here. Don't beat yourself up. This tension comes from before you got here. Only my marriage to Magda will prevent a war. That's why the receipt is so important. It is the only way to unite and govern our people. The taste and the consistency I expected, and that's very good. I spoke to the king to try to understand why he wants to go to war. He really furious with Walter. My father suffered greatly from Thomas' betrayal. He doesn't want anything to do with them, let alone the marriage. I can imagine. Tomorrow is another day. We'll see what we can do. It's been a long day. I'm going to get some rest. Please excuse me. What do you think about this adventure? It's getting intense. It's exciting but scary. It sure is, but I'm so glad I'm experiencing it with you. It's Mariel. She's asking me for more material. I thought she would be different from Seth. But I see that all publishers share the same genes, especially those two. Be careful. If anyone sees what you're writing, we'll have another war on our hands. Then it should be 20 grams of ginger for every liter of water. The book has been a great of help. I don't know what I would have done without it. I'm so glad I got the chickpeas. They were essential to moving forward with the recipe. How are you doing with the dish? I dream of green wheat and its preparation. There's something I need to know before I can move forward. Relax, love. I know you'll figure it out. So, how's your writing coming along? I have an appointment with the king to delve into the biography. And I'm about to send Mariel a first chapter. Wow, you're on a roll. Yes, it's about Magda and Kendall's struggle to get married. I've got plenty of material. I thought it was about the king. I need to try some green wheat in the kitchen. Today we begin harvesting, and tomorrow we can go and get some. I already have our excursion planned. It's not closed, but we'll make it there. Today, it will be impossible for us to use the kitchen. With this talk of war, Lars has become very wary of any activities that are not protocol. That's a real shame. It'll be a lost day. Magda? I'm so sad. My father and brother are very angry. They're willing to start a war. What are you going to do? Take it easy, love. I'm here with Katie. Somehow, we'll work it out. Time is running out. Is there any news? Katie got chickpeas at the market. She's made a lot of progress. That's good to hear. It gives me hope. We're going to accomplish our dream, love. Don't get upset. We'll find a way. I promise. Isn't that right, Katie? Yes, yes, of course. I'll think of something to buy us sometime. Thanks. I don't know what we'd do without you. There are no recipes with black chickpeas on the internet. If only I could find a combination with green wheat. Hey Sue, everything alright over there? Yes, I just wanted to ask you about some suppliers. Ask George, he knows them all. Yes, of course, I'll ask him later. How about you? How's it going over there? I'm in the middle of an amazing love story. And there's a mysterious dish. That's one of the main elements of the story. Wow, it sounds like a movie. And there's war too. It is. I've been trying to figure out how to cook black chickpeas and green wheat in a stew paste called souffle. What a coincidence! My grandfather is an immigrant from Eastern Europe. He uses those ingredients a lot in his cooking. Really? I urgently need the proportions. I can call my grandfather today and have him tell me. It'll be a piece of cake. Piece of cake it is. Yes, ask your grandfather, Sue. That would be great. Ask him and give me the info. Thank you, Sue. You don't know how much it means to me. Now, yes, I'm ready to call Katie. Hey, Sue, any news? I talked to my grandfather. He told me you should get kamut wheat. He says it's similar to the green wheat you mentioned. And did he say anything about the proportions? Yes, it's a quarter of green wheat for every kilo of black chickpeas. And he also suggested you cook them separately. Thank you. That's the information I needed. I've got some of the mixture done. I'll show it to you. Can you see it? It's the same color as the dish I tried. If only I could taste it. I'll do it for you. How is he gonna know that? It has a slightly sweet taste because of the wheat. Yes, the taste was sweet. It reminds me of that Brazilian dish we cooked once. Sweet, but tangy at the same time. That's it. Yes, thank you. I can imagine that. And please, thank your grandfather for me. This recipe was a great help. It's true that they're better equipped than we are. A war would mean significant losses. Abel's very out of focus. Now's a good time to get more information about the recipe. You can't risk it? No, I'm gonna try to find out more. Can I ask you a question? Oh yes, of course. As many as you'd like. What happened to Magda and Kendall's wedding? And the receipt? It's my cousin's fault. He hit the other half. And that's why my son and Magda could never seal their love. My son's pain was mine too. Interesting. Do you think we could talk about this again sometime? We've been humiliated enough. We can't beg for more justice and love. It's time for war. Good news! We made progress with the recipe. Really? Tell me! I already have the proportions of chickpeas and green wheat and practically the base for the dish. Soufflin is a very complex dish and even more so in this case because of the ingredients. Now I see why Thomas hid the other half of the recipe. He knew very well that without that help, it would be impossible to prepare that dish. Soufflin is not that simple dish. If you'll excuse me, I'll go to Magda and tell her the news. Yes, of course, do what you have to do. Eavesdropping, huh? Lars, you scared me! Look who's here! If it isn't the curious cook. I have a question for you, Katie. Alright, what is it? Why are you so interested in Soufflin? None of your concern. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and see you guys on our next journeys.